Before the video starts, if you are tired of grinding badges, make sure you hit up my boy Sports TMB. The link to his Twitter will be in the description. Tell him that I sent you and he will hook you up. You'll get your badges in a few days and you'll be good to go. Also, if you're looking to sell your account or buy a new account, he does account selling as well. So make sure you hit him up, tell him that I sent you, and he'll take care of you. What's going on, YouTube? Like I always say with my jump shot videos, I give you the jump shot right away. I don't make you watch a 10-minute video. I give you the jump shot right away, and then I show you what it's capable of after that. All I ask is for me not wasting your time is you drop a like. Now, when I call a jump shot glitchy, that means it is very, very, very good. I've only posted 2 jump shots that I called glitchy. This is the 3rd one that I'm calling glitchy. And I'm calling it glitchy because it's just crazy, bro, how good it is. This is the jump shot that you guys always see Chapo and Hot Zones using. I put it on my stretch, and it is godlike. They use it on their pure sharps. Their sharps are obviously shorter than my stretch, but it's good whether you're a tall player or short player. It is a great jump shot. Now, as you see this gameplay of me just going crazy with it, we're not going to talk about the jump shot anymore. We need to address what just transpired maybe 2 hours ago, bro. Okay. NBA Finals Game 1. Listen, you see everybody blaming the refs. I was upset with some of the things they called. I'm not going to blame it on the refs. Listen, this is coming from somebody who was a professional athlete. Somebody paid me thousands and thousands of dollars because they felt I was good enough to play professional soccer. Now listen, I understand it's not basketball, but the mentality of a professional athlete is completely different than the mentality of these other guys who are just fucking sitting, eating fucking Cheetos, fat as shit, watching the games. Listen, you never find excuses as a professional athlete. And I'm not using the refs as an excuse, but listen, the Golden State Warriors are the most stacked team in NBA history. They got 4 future Hall of Famers, a Hall of Fame coach. They have all-star veterans on their bench. And they got some questionable decisions, we're going to call it. And I'm not a Cavs fan. I love LeBron James. I just respect greatness, and he is the pinnacle of greatness. And that's why I respect him, and I'm a fan of his. But the frustration comes from knowing that the Warriors have every single upper hand in the series, bro. Every single upper hand. And on the questionable calls all went their way. What do you mean by that? First of all, have you guys ever heard of a block or charge being reviewable? I have never heard of fouls being reviewable. In the last 2 minutes, obviously we all know that in the NBA they can review out of bounds, and they can go back and add time onto the clock depending on when the timeout was called and things like that. I have never ever heard of them being able to change a foul call. If that's the case, then why aren't we reviewing every single foul the entire game and making sure that we're getting it correct? No, we leave it to the judgment of the officials to do their best. Obviously, the players are big, strong, fast, crazy, bang plays that they have to call, and we judge, and we go with their judgment. Now we're reviewing only certain types of fouls? To me, this doesn't seem right. Also, there's critical plays throughout the game, bro. Like George Hill strips Kevin Durant at the elbow, and they call a foul. That gives him 2 free throws. They just little plays throughout the game. Very, very frustrating from the perspective of obviously somebody rooting for LeBron, but also somebody who just wants a competitive series. The Warriors have every single advantage, and then we're going back and we're changing block and charge calls. Very, very frustrating. What's also frustrating is the fact that J.R. Smith, and not only J.R. Smith, bro, but obviously, man, he had to have been drunk or some shit, bro. He had to have been drunk. Like, to not know that it's a tie game, he could have went back up. He could have called timeout. But what's also frustrating is the fact that we're going to go and review a block charge and change it. But the fact that LeBron, if you saw, he put his hands to call timeout with 1 second on the shot clock before on the game clock before J.R. Smith threw the ball to the corner to Jeff Green or George Hill, whoever it was. He was calling timeout. So we can't go back and review the fact that LeBron called a timeout, but we can review block charge calls. I'm just saying, bro, I'm not making excuses. Like I said, the Warriors are the better team, 1,000%, and I know they're going to win the series, but it would have just been nice that I'm not saying the refs give Cleveland the game, not at all, but in my opinion, Cleveland deserved to win that game. And LeBron definitely deserved it, bro. Like, the dude is superhuman. 51, 8, and 8. Like, on whatever he shot from the field, what did he shoot? Like 60%? It's ridiculous, bro. For anyone, and no disrespect to Kevin Durant, he is the second best player in the world. But for anyone to say that Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James, I'm sorry. You do not know basketball. You do not know sports. You do not know what it takes to be great and to play at that level, because it's not even close, bro. Kevin Durant, not that he played poorly. He had a decent game. I don't know how many points he had, whatever the case, but he cannot do what LeBron James is capable of doing. What LeBron James did last night, you don't realize how historically great that was. Only 5 players in NBA history have ever scored 50 points in an NBA Finals game, and only one of those 5 has lost, and it was LeBron last night. This dude is carrying a team that would be a lottery team, carrying them against 4 Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, a Hall of Fame coach, all-star veterans coming off the bench. And then he's got to deal with, I'm not going to say playing against the refs, because that's not fair. That's just something like a Twitter troll would say. But he was on the wrong end of some questionable decisions. We'll put it that way. And on top of it, his teammates, some of them played well. I'm not going to lie. But let's look at it. J.R. Smith played like shit, and he made a terrible decision with 5 seconds left on the game clock. George Hill missed a free throw that could have potentially won the game. Countless wide open threes, bro. They couldn't deal with LeBron getting into the paint, getting to the basket. They were collapsing down hard. He was kicking the wide open shooters, bro, and they couldn't knock it down many times. And the last point I want to touch on. I'm a Laker fan, bro. I am a Los Angeles Lakers fan. I have watched Jordan Clarkson play for a few years now. He got exposed in this game for what he really is, bro. He looked all right on the Lakers, bro. Like, oh, he could get some buckets. Yeah, coming off the bench for a shitty team in the regular season, he's a gunner. Of course he's going to score. Would you believe, if you just saw Jordan Clarkson play for the first time last night, would you believe that somebody is paying this dude, not thousands, somebody is paying this dude millions of dollars to play the game of basketball? Are you fucking kidding me? The dude got exposed for... Listen, he's just a gunner, bro. He of course, listen, he's a much better basketball player than you or I will ever be, but we're not comparing him to you or I. We're comparing him to NBA players, and not only NBA players in the NBA Finals, bro. And this dude got exposed for what he really is. He is just a gunner, and if he's not hitting, he couldn't even create a shot. Never mind hit shots. It was... Damn. It was tough. I'm not going to lie. For somebody that was supporting LeBron, that game was extremely frustrating, bro. The dude, historic, transcendentally great, bro. 51, 8, and 8 on, like I said, something around 60% field goal percentage against the most talented team of all time. And he still couldn't win the game, bro. I hate to say it. If they steal that game, the series might, and I mean might, I put emphasis on might, have been a series. You know, they're up 1-0. Okay, now the pressure's on the Warriors. Like, oh shit, like, there's no way we could lose game 2, down 2-0 going back to Cleveland. We're supposed to win this series. We're the most talented team of all time. There's no way we could choke this. There would have been pressure on them. Who knows what could have happened. Most likely they win in 5, but maybe 6, whatever. Now... Houston, that's a whole nother topic for another day. Cleveland not winning game 1 with LeBron scoring 51. The Warriors having a bit of a bad game, honestly. Like Durant, I didn't even see him out there, bro. I know his totals were probably decent. He probably scored like 20-something, but he wasn't even out there for the Kevin Durant we're used to. And the Cavs still lost the game. I hate to say it, and I pray it's not true, but it's going to be a sweep. Cavs are going to get swept, bro. I mean, they had to win that for them to have a chance. You see all these talk shows, Skip Bayless, all this shit. The one thing I'll give Skip is he might be right. He said LeBron might win Finals MVP on the losing team, and honestly, I didn't really think it would ever happen again. Jerry West is the only person to ever do that. If you guys didn't know, he lost a tough 7-game series and he averaged 38 points per game. But honestly, I could see LeBron scoring 50 points per game in this NBA NBA Finals. They get swept, and he averages 50 points a game. If he doesn't win MVP after averaging 50 points per game, I don't care that he lost, bro. That's MVP. Like, they already robbed him once when Golden State won the first championship, and LeBron averaged, what, he averaged like 36, 13, and 9, and they gave the MVP to the guy guarding him, Andre Iguodala, who held him to 36, 13, and 9. If they didn't give him the MVP then, I kind of felt like they'll never give somebody on the losing team MVP ever again. But if he averages 50, bro, there's no way they could deny it. And I would just, it's crazy frustrating that he could play that great and then still just get destroyed by this team, bro. But this team is historically great, historically talented. We got to give it to them. Obviously, they are the best team in the series, and they got game one, and they're going to probably sweep the Cavs now. It's sad, but listen, hope you guys enjoyed the jump shot. Go try it out, bro. The jump shot is godlike. I know we didn't really talk about it, but what is there to say? It shit's green. Go use it. Shit's godlike. I appreciate all the support, man. Coming up on 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we can hit this before 2K19. So if you're new, make sure you hit that sub button.